Well guys, today we got some big news courtesy of The Hollywood Reporter, who has the exclusive details on Marvel Studios getting a brand new deal with the Stan Lee estate to be able to use Stan Lee's likeness, name, and more in live action and everything else for the next 20 years. So there is a lot to this deal that I'm not going to go over that doesn't really matter in terms of what they're going to do in the grand scheme of things, because obviously Stan Lee is so important. They're going to use him everywhere in everything related to Marvel that he helped create, co-create, write, and so forth, right? You guys can all understand that. What I'm going to focus on is the aspects that I think many people will care about when it comes to how they use Stan Lee's likeness, appearances, and so forth. So in the deal that was established that will grant Disney the ability to use Stan Lee's likeness, name, and everything related to anything that he's done for Marvel, it goes far and wide from comics to books to everything. But when it comes to what they can do with his likeness in particular, there's a lot more in the details here that's worth talking about. Specifically, that they cite through the use of digital technology and archival footage and other new and emerging formats, Marvel and Disney will be able to use Stan Lee for future films, TV series, and Disney theme parks, including broad deals to be able to secure his likeness and appearances across multiple mediums. So what this means is continuing cameos. If they want a poster that has Stan Lee on it, they can do it. If they want a stand-in actor that they could CG over with Stan Lee for a cameo to continue that tradition, they can do it. If they want to make some sort of metaverse VR experience or something where Stan Lee guides you through the Marvel universe, they can do it. They have his likeness. They can recreate the voice. There's now technologies for that as well. Archival footage. There's, of course, sound-alikes that they'll be able to use this. And in this, they talk about how they want audiences to respect Stan Lee's history, what he's done, and how they're going to treat it with respect and not just slap it on everything. And I truly believe that this is the case. You know, we've seen that Stan Lee has created some stuff outside of Marvel, and how they've been able to just slap it on like anything and try to say, oh, Stan Lee has been really kind of just, I don't know, nasty almost in a couple ways is the best way to say it. And this kind of secures that Marvel, specifically Marvel Studios, is going to have a big voice into what is done with Stan Lee's likeness and how they do it. And to me, this is great because we don't have to worry about somebody like Fox, who was previously working on a action film where Stan Lee is a spy living in a universe filled with like superheroes, and he was like James Bond or something, or whatever they were doing before they got bought. Yeah, that was a thing. It was announced. It was going to be a thing. Don't worry about it. And this also makes me think that that long in development, huge documentary on Stan Lee that was supposed to be like multiple parts and go from the beginning to the end of the birth of the Marvel Universe up until his death is probably going to see the light of day in a couple years. And this thing is probably going to be like the Stan Lee magnum opus. So get excited because it sounds like they're really going to celebrate everything that Stan Lee did for comics, and that sounds pretty awesome.